In the swirling sands of ancient times, Genesis chapter 19 stands as a stark tableau of morality, a chilling account of destruction meted out upon the twin cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the dramatic escape of a family led by a man named Lot. As we delve into this chapter, we encounter not only the fierce judgment upon profound wickedness but also the threads of mercy woven into the fabric of retribution. This is a story that contrasts human frailty with divine decisiveness, offering a vivid reminder of the consequences of moral decay and the hopeful possibility of salvation for those who heed the call to righteousness. Genesis chapter 19 verse 1 And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot seeing them rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. Verse 2 And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. Verse 3 And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Verse 4 But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. Verse 5 And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Verse 6 And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. Verse 7 And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Verse 8 Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. Verse 9 And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. Verse 10 But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. Verse 11 And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Verse 12 And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides? Son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. Verse 13 For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. Verse 14 And Lot went out, and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. Verse 15 And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Verse 16 And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth, and set him without the city. Verse 17 And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. Verse 18 And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. Verse 19 Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Verse 20 Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? Verse 21 And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. Verse 22 Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zor. Verse 23 The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. Verse 24 Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Verse 25 And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. Verse 26, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Verse 27, and Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. Verse 28, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and, lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. Verse 29, and it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. Verse 30, and Lot went up out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. Verse 31, and the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Verse 32, Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Verse 33, and they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in, and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Verse 34, and it came to pass on the morrow, that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in, and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Verse 35, and they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose, and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Verse 36, thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. Verse 37, and the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. Verse 38, and the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. In conclusion, as the embers of Sodom and Gomorrah fade into the silent testament of ash and memory, Genesis chapter 19 concludes with sobering finality. This narrative is not merely an ancient legend confined to the mystic past. It serves as a powerful allegory and a warning that transcends the ages. Through the downfall of these once proud cities, we are confronted with the reality of righteousness versus sin, the weight of divine justice, and the enduring hope that even in moments of great calamity, there remains a path of escape for those who are righteous. Reflecting upon this chapter prompts a profound introspection about our own choices and the moral compass that guides us through the complexities of our existence. Like the video. Share the video. Stay tuned for chapter 20. Have a blessed day.